Okay, so let's talk about multiplying decimals. First of all, the first thing you need to do is remember that when you're adding and subtracting decimals, you have to line up the decimal to get the place values in the right position. But when you're multiplying decimals, you do not have to line up the decimals. So you just need to line up your numbers like you normally would be multiplying. So let's take an example that you had on your sheet, 13.47 times 0.2. Okay? So here again, you do not have to line up the decimals, you just want to line up your numbers. So when you see that, you're going to go like this. You're going to take 13 and 47 hundredths, and you're going to line your 0 and 2 here, okay, your numbers, and multiply. Now here's an interesting thing about decimals. Remember, any 0 that we have to the left here that's beyond the regular number, and any zeros we have over here, if we had zeros over here, we can get rid of those and not have so much work. So I'm going to cancel this one out. So remember, that has no value. Same thing as if we had zeros here, we could just cancel those out and not use them because it just makes more work, and we want to make it as easy as possible. So we go ahead and multiply 2 times 7. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. 2 times 3 is 6. Not quite sure why that did that. Let's try it again. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 1 is 2. Okay, so we have our number now. The second step we have to do is we have to go in and we have to look at our place values after the decimal of each number. So here we have 2 place values. I'm going to write 2 over here. And here we have 1 place value after it. That's a total of 3. That tells us how many times we're going to move the decimal. So we're going to start at the end and move 1, 2, 3. So our number would be 2 and 694 thousandths. Okay, so line up your numbers, get rid of extra zeros on the outside. Remember, we call those our bookends on the outside of our numbers because they have no value. Go ahead and multiply, count up the place values of each number to the right, and that's how many times you're going to move the decimal. Now, if you have a situation where, let's do a little bit of a different example. Let's get rid of this really quickly. So let's say that we had, let's do an easy 14.7 times 3. Okay? When we go ahead and multiply, just like you normally do, remember, we're lining up our numbers, we're multiplying. Now when it comes time to move, there's 1 place value after the decimal. And remember, the decimal's at the end of the 3, so there are no place values. So you're only going to move 1 time. Start at the end, move, and that's where your decimal's going to go. 44 and 1/10. Okay? So don't move anything for this one because there are no place values after that. It's a whole number. Here we have 1, so we're just going to move 1. Where in the previous example, we had to count up for both numbers because both had values after them.